Hello, my name is Sharon Kim, and today I'm going to share with you how to gain rapport with students online from the beginning of the year. As I said, I am Sharon Kim, and received my Bachelor's of Arts from UCLA in International Development Studies. I got my Master's of Arts in Teaching, and I've been teaching third grade for 5 years, and also my first year as a curriculum specialist. So, here are my learning objectives. Today, we're going to develop a clear understanding of rapport is, learn how to create and implement self-rapport practice with yourself, and create and implement practices to gain rapport with students. Rapport. Rapport. Tell me what it means to me. So take a moment to pause and reflect. Whenever you see these green boxes, what does it look like? What is rapport to you? And I would share out if we can hear different audiences to share. But we're going to move on. Those are just for you. What is rapport with students? Rapport with students, according to Bernieri and Carey Hamilton and Chamberlain, are harmonious interactions between teachers and students, or relationship with mutual understanding and satisfactory communication, right? So as you know, lots of people say respect is a two-way street or relationships, right? They all start with R, which include, according to Murphy and Rodriguez, mutual attention, easy and smooth communication, and just synchrony, right? Do you have that flow and synchrony between students, right? And why is rapport with student important? Well, in distance education now, face-to-face communication, there is none, right? And so on online, it's very important to have more contact that you have with the students, and the more familiar with them, the more contact you have regularly, the greater the chance of their success, right? It's that support, it's that consistency, it's that relationship building, right? And the effects are tremendous, right? Increased student participation, positive learning environment, student engagement, motivation, attendance, higher depths of knowledge. Now, according to this article by Murphy and Rodriguez, there's 6 categories of rapport building in distance education, right? One is recognizing the person, supporting them, availability and accessibility, responsiveness, non-text based interactions, tone of interactions, and non-academic conversation and interactions. Now, the big question is how to create rapport with students. How do you? Right? Now I have a song. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make a world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Right? Now it starts with you, right? That's why there's a mirror to reflect. What do you do with yourself, right? What is rapport with yourself? I want you to take a moment to pause and reflect. What is rapport with yourself? For example, are you in harmony with yourself, right? How much of your day, your thoughts and actions, right, are in harmony with yourself? Are you hurting yourself, right? Harmony is when you're actually in flow with your body, your thoughts, and action, and show kindness or peace, you can say, right? So I want you to think how much of your day, or let's just think about today, how much of your day has been in kindness or harmony, right? And so is it 80%, 60% of your day? Like maybe it's only 50% at school or at work and then 50% at home. Okay. I want you to ask how much of your thoughts and actions is is hurting yourself or helping yourself? Are you encouraging yourself every day? Right? Or is it mostly being a Debbie Downer or thinking negative, right? Negative is not being in harmony, right? Or fearfulness. right? Being in fear, living in fear, or thinking of thoughts of fear, right? So I want you to think of those questions. Next, now, how do I practice rapport with yourself? Well, first, like we were taking time to reflect, Socrates says, to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. First, you need to get to know yourself, right? Observe yourself. How much of your day is in harmony? When are you not in harmony? What makes you not in harmony? What takes you away from harmony, right? And you're thinking, oh, definitely this student in my class, right? Why? Well, most likely as I've observed myself, it's because I'm taking it too personal, right? I'm taking it too seriously. Why should I give such attention to that? Or why does it always irk me? Because I feel like I should be the perfect teacher that everyone listens to, right? And so that ego of mine gets hurt, right? And it kind of pulses in my system that doesn't cause the harmony within myself. So then what can I do? Well, do I like that feeling? I'm going to ask yourself, do you like that feeling when you get irritated, frustrated, annoyed, right? Well, I don't. So I'm going to ask myself, what can I do to practice harmony with myself? Well, not take it personal. Let it go, right? Also, I observe myself, it's my pride. Well, why do I need to be perfect? Well, it's probably because I'm insecure, right? If I feel like I need to be perfect, it's because I think I'm not perfect just the way I am, right? Or maybe I need to ask my mentors or my principal for solutions how to work with the student, to how to build that rapport. But first, I need to practice harmony with myself, kind to myself, right? And I want to ask myself, do I want to live like this, always taking things personal from the students or people? Or do I actually want to live more in harmony, like the water, just smooth? And even if a bird poops on the ocean, if I'm the ocean, right? Bird poops on it, I'll just clean it. I will purify the poop. So even if someone says negative things about me, I'll be the one to cleanse it with my own harmony and kindness, right? So communicate with yourself. What do you want to do with yourself, right? When you get irritated or upset, how do you want to treat yourself? What do you envision your life to be, right? Letting things go or always holding it in and bursting out later? And be kind. So every day, I want you to think of one thing you can choose, whether it be rapport, harmony, kindness. And I want you to close your eyes and I want you to imagine, how can I be kind with myself today? Right? I do this with the kids too, with the students. And we close our eyes, how can I be perseverance today? And I close my eyes and I imagine one thing that I want to be, that I want to see in my life, right? And we imagine it, and that's actually part of creating it and making a step to change your habits of getting angry, changing your habits of taking things personal. And that is going to create rapport within yourself, what will naturally share with the students, which is why I have this picture of a food chain. Imagine you are the sun and you're providing this kindness, the positive thoughts, the energy of warmth and kindness and harmony to the students, right? And then the students will take it in and actually share it with their parents. We could say the herbivore here, right? And the parents will share it with their family members or coworkers or friends around them, and it will all keep going back and forth, right? So whatever you choose to do, how you choose to live with yourself, either hurting yourself or helping yourself, will affect the others around you, right? You choose how you want to live. So that is why we're talking about a lot about you and the self reflection within yourself, right? Now, here are some, once that happens, naturally, all these other things that I'm going to share, strategies and tips, will come natural and will flow, right? These are just some tips, some guidelines to help you practice rapport with your students. But if you don't get the first step first of practicing it with yourself on a day-to-day basis, this will not, it will not permeate to your students just yet. It has to start with you. Next, in terms of tips, let's share about, right? So, for example, sharing your passion, right? Every time before class starts, I always ask, how are you doing, guys? Does anyone want to share about their weekend? Taking time to get to know them and actually listening to them, not just going around and trying to finish, right? The kids know when you're trying to just finish so that you can move on, right? Especially the first 2 weeks, really take time to get to know them. Also, especially online, I do a lot of high fives. Everyone say high five, give me a high five, right? And they actually do these high fives. And I say, you're amazing, right? You guys are so amazing for even just listening to me and staying on Zoom or staying on this recording to watch me. That is also encouragement, giving them affirmations and encouragement. So another example, I want you to repeat after me and say, I'm amazing. I'm amazing. And I want you to say it, right? There's a change in yourself when you do that. And that's practicing encouragement, practicing rapport. And of course, small group rotations, right? Smaller groups, you get to know them more. Now, listening too soon. For example, there was a story, or I observed a teacher. The teacher ignored the student. The student wanted to share something, but she was trying to get to a lesson, right? And so she didn't listen to the student. So the student was not engaged the whole lesson until she went back and listened to the student, and then he was engaged the whole lesson. And there are a lot of creative ways because, yeah, we don't have a lot of time in our lesson planning and our lesson plans. So there are different ways to make sure everyone is heard, which I will go over, right? There's interest surveys, show and tell for them to show their passion and their talent, right? One on ones, getting to know them before. That is very important. Getting to know them one on one before the large group meeting. Joy multiplier, which means someone shares their joy and another student or you will multiply on that joy by encouraging them or giving them comments. TK through second, be silly, be natural, share jokes, always be laughing, make them laugh. And that will actually help you be creative and inventive how to incorporate curriculum and making it fun. Making them laugh is very important. Also, other resources you can use is Flipgrid, Class Dojo, right? And definitely for the younger kids, TK through second is 15 to 20 to 30-minute increments and then taking a break for 5-10 minutes. Now, this category of non-academic conversations, we also have, for example, polls, right? Doing a poll of spaghetti, who likes spaghetti more or pizza, right? Or a teacher sharing a message, hope you're having a good week. Graduation's coming up. Did you get your dress? Right? So non-academic conversations, or even showing little pictures of GIFs to engage them, right? Teaching students with respect and showing that they are important to you, right? Showing respect in the chat room. Also admitting your mistakes. If you made a mistake, definitely be the first to admit it, or even a student might admit it for you or share it with you. Recognizing the person and individual. Emojis, very important. They love emojis. Asking them, how did your volleyball game go, right? Having students share about their personal interests. Using chat is a great way to learn the attitudes, temperaments, and likes and dislikes of students, and of course, Google Forms, right? Having them create a profile picture, right? Expressing their personality, creating an avatar on Class Dojo or different like Khan Academy when they do academic work, changing their font when they do Google Drive or any Google Drive presentations, or finding their own theme color, um, as well as different fonts. Noticing personal things. Oh, I like your earrings, right? Or I like your hair is very important. Supporting them, right? You can always message them throughout the week, not even just in class. If you're having trouble, come and talk to me. Talk to me after school. How is your day going? Is everything okay? You seem a little sad today, right? Offering help to improve their work. So resubmissions, right? Emailing them, just checking up on them or calling them. Providing regular feedback and consistent feedback is very important. Always providing lessons with comments, right? Or giving them time. Hey, how about let's meet on chat and let's talk about it after school, right? Positive reinforcement, encouragement, affirmations, all important. Another one, share with an emoji how you are feeling today. Talking on a daily basis, offering chats in office hours, right? And responding quickly, or you might lose their interest, right? It's important to respond quickly. No one likes waiting. Non-text based interactions, calling students and talking, phoning the students, having an opportunity for students to see a picture of you, and just developing that relationship, or having a weekly meeting for certain students. And that's about it. The most important thing that I want you to take away is definitely just practicing rapport with yourself, right? How can you practice kindness or positive thoughts? What is one thing that you can do every day? And I want you to imagine it and create it. And then naturally, you are going to see how it's going to change. If you practice this every day of practicing kind thoughts to yourself, you're going to see a change with your students. Trust me. And we have checked our learning objectives by developing clear understanding of what rapport is, learning how to create self-rapport practice with yourself, and implement practices to gain rapport with students. And I thank you and I appreciate you for taking the time to watch my video. And here's my works cited. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the day.